Aloha kako. My name is James Hustace and I serve as Hawaii County Council Member for District 9, representing the communities of North and South Kohala. Just want to provide a new update since our last chat. I hope you all had a nice weekend. Last week, some great conversations and great events to attend, including the Hawaii Island Healthcare Conference down on the South Kohala coast, on the resort community there. It was a 2-day conference led by Community First Hawaii, with conversations with our health sector administrators and our health and social service providers. Really, conversations and discussions addressing healthcare challenges and services here on Hawaii Island, as well as discussing that opportunity for growth in the sector, advancements in technology, and working together to tackle all these other external issues and challenges, including housing, among both in the private and the public sector. Also had some good presentations at the Waimea Community Association Town Meeting, introduction from Micah Kane, the new Chief Executive Officer for Parker Ranch, as well as a presentation from Doug Simons on the future of astronomy here in the state and on Mauna Kea. There was also a great opportunity, a great event with the season 2 premiere for Eating Our Roots. So congratulations to Chef Ippy and Colby Moser for your work in highlighting all the major things in our community around food and sustainability and resilience, and really highlighting these important ingredients in our foods and all they really mean to all of us here on Hawaii Island. It was also great to attend and participate. And it was a great opportunity to view some amazing artwork from fellow community members at the Waimea Arts Council, their founders juried show. So mahalo to Firehouse Gallery for the chance to judge and on the work of many number of talented artists in the community. This show will be running through the month of October, so please stop by for a visit to check out some of the great artwork that our fellow community members and neighbors put out. We have a really 2 full days in Hilo. I'm in Hilo now, and the next 2 days at Council going to be some really full agendas. So Tuesday and Wednesday, a lot of discussions. This week we're going to have some continued chat about possible charter amendments with Bill 72, those minimum qualifications for the Director of Environmental Management, as well as Bill 64, those minimum qualifications for the Director of Public Works. Also, Bill 75, this is regarding our mass transit and the continuation of the free fare, or what we know as a fare suspension, that it's going to be pushed out for another couple of years, providing that service for our community members. There's also a big one with the Kealikehi wastewater treatment plant and the upgrade to that facility with Bill 79. Also some ongoing dialogue about Bill 83, reducing disposable foodware, plastic foodware and serviceware. So we'll see how those conversations go. There are a couple of amendments to that bill. Then there's also Bills 86 and 87, and these are particularly around housing in District 9. So Bill 86 and 87, these are both Hawaii Island Community Development Corporation self-help housing projects, one in North Kohala and one in South Kohala. So looking forward to having a good conversation about that and moving those items forward to really tackle some of our housing challenges on the west side of the island. There's also Bill 52. This is a discussion about henneries on our residential properties. This bill, as well as Bill 63, which is expanding mixed-use zoning to allow for residential use in mixed-use zoning. Those have both gone through the planning commissions for their review, their comment, their consideration, and now have come back to council for further deliberation at this level. We also have a couple of presentations to be conducted in front of council regarding reusable foodware project here in Hilo, as well as funding accountability for funds that we receive here from the federal government, and past efforts with that, and what we see going forward with some of those projects. Also for District 9, a couple of resolutions to transfer funds and support projects across District 9, one for the North Kohala Keiki Christmas Toy Drive, one for the Beekeeper Legacy Project, and of course its relationship to our ranching and agricultural communities, and then also support for the Hawaii Farmers Union Convention a little bit later this year. We also have on Wednesday following council meeting, we're going to be a hearing for the general plan. So some ongoing discussions about that, an opportunity to provide testimony as we move to the next chapter. So this meeting will be at 5 p.m. on Wednesday for an opportunity for community to provide some insight and testimony on Chapter 5. This relates to our thriving, diverse, regenerative economy as we move further into the general plan. So you can either provide your oral testimony in person, in the Hilo chamber, or in the Kona chamber, or via Zoom. And then we, as council, will be providing an opportunity with a presentation from the planning department. That will be on Monday, October 27th at 9 a.m. And then that continued deliberation by council. So with these, I just gave you a little bit of a highlight of a number of the bills that are going to be on the agenda for the next couple of days. There are a number of others. And so I encourage you to submit testimony on any items that come before council. You're welcome to use that email address, counciltestimony@hawaiicounty.gov. Remember that your written testimony is due at 12 noon on the business day prior to that meeting. Otherwise, you can provide oral testimony in person at the council chambers or at one of our remote sites. And then you can also always request that option to attend virtually by sending an email to councilremotestimony@hawaiicounty.gov. So thank you for taking the time to submit testimony, providing your feedback and insight into a lot of these things that come before council. As we look at a number of the community events, we've got some road work happening across the district, still those looming projects in the Waimea area with restriping efforts for the Mamalohoa Highway between the Lindsay Road intersection and Lalamila Farm Road, as well as out by the intersection with the Daniel K. Inouye Highway. Up along Konepuli Highway, down on a Konepuli Highway in the Kauai High area, there'll be some grass cutting around mile markers 1 to 6. And then in the Waikoloa area, in the Waikoloa Village, we should be seeing some paving efforts as the crews return back to Waikoloa. They're going to be repairing, repaving a number of streets: Kimonui Street, Kimonui Place, Franklin Place, Manu Aihui Place, Luakula, and Malia Street. So a number of streets that I know the community's been asking for a lot of the potholes and those roads to be repaired and fixed. So the crews, the Department of Public Works crews, are coming back around to make those proper repairs in those areas. So grateful to the team there and DPW for making those repairs and bringing those streets back up into good standing for the community. We've also got the ongoing North Kohala Community Resource Center, their annual online auction. So be sure to visit their website, northkohala.org/auction, to support all their efforts. Got a number of things on their auction there. So take a moment to bid on some of those things and support the North Kohala Community Resource Center and all the work that they do in North Kohala. This evening, the Waimea Trails and Greenways Committee meets, really that first Monday of every month, at the Waimea Nature Park. On Wednesday, we have the North Kohala Advisory Group. They should have been meeting tonight, but I believe they had some quorum issues, so they're off for the month, and we'll be meeting back in November on that first Monday of the month. Otherwise, one of their subcommittees on affordable housing is meeting this Wednesday at Pomaikai Cafe starting at 9 a.m. And then that same evening, the Growth Management Group is also discussing and meeting at the old Kohala Courthouse starting at 5 o'clock. Also, on Wednesday, we also have the Wildfire Safety Advocates of Waikoloa. They're meeting at the Waikoloa Village Association, 5:30. They have a featured guest, which this month will be the Acting Director for Public Works, Neil Azevedo. So some good conversations about roads and infrastructure in the communities there. And as we look to the weekend, we've got a number of things going on. Please take a look at my previous post on the road impacts and the road closures around the Ironman World Championship. That'll be this Saturday. So do expect some traffic delays and road impacts on the west side of the island. If you want to stay a little bit closer to home or go to some of our more Mauka communities, we do have the Waimea Fall Festival happening at the Waimea District Park. That's going to run from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. A lot of fun fall festival festivities and activities, craft booths, information stands with all different community members, food trucks, a lot of fun things to get out there with family. So I'm honored to serve as your council member. Please reach out if you have any questions. You're welcome to email me at james.hustace@hawaiicounty.gov, or you can call our Waimea office at 808-887-6077, or our Hilo office at 808-961-8564. And with that, I want to wish you good health, be well, aloha.